Alright. Hello and welcome back to Stationeers. 440 days. So today, if I can get out of bed, got stuck for a second. I want to go over the cargo manager, not cargo manager, what do you call it? Like my inventory manager. Yes, that's the thing. I never finished this thing. What do I need to finish this? Medium antenna. It's not antenna, it's satellite dish. What should we call antenna? Right. So I need one steel sheet, one black relay. Insane big medium antenna requires one steel sheet and one plastic sheet. That's the cheapest thing I ever saw. I should have both. Steel, 4. I only have 3, so that's enough. So plastic. Plastic. Don't I have any plastic? Really? Oh, I always forget that I have those pumps here. Plastic. The suit maybe? Nope, no more plastic. Okay. I'll just print some. I should have silicone. There's some left over, I hope. I use a lot of silicone. Plastic sheets. Great. So how am I going to go about the manager, right? So the inventory there, the main thing that doing all the thinking, has very few lines left. So the thing I want to do is like, so it needs to wait to finish whatever job it's doing. So that's one part. So I mainly want to have like an extra mode, and this mode will just check like there's an external job. That's it. If there is, you just keep waiting for the external job to go away. And I guess I can just put this in another memory so it's visible anywhere and I don't need to deal with registers and all this kind of stuff. So I press a button like to reset or to ask for a seed or whatever. It will push a 1 to this memory, and the main cargo controller will keep doing whatever it's doing, and when it's idling, which will be like the main state where it's not doing anything, just waiting for something to happen, it will then check the memory. If there's something in the memory, it then change for this state where it's just waiting for the memory to go away. Not the memory, the state itself. Yeah, I don't want to keep reading the memory. I just wait for the mode, and I do like I did with the other. Whoever finished the job, change the mode on the DB itself. Yeah, okay, that should not take more than 3 lines, I hope, because I only have like 5 lines left. We'll see. So for that, I'm going to leave it printing some memories. So at least 2 memories. And I'm gonna need more houses and more IC10. Okay, 2 memory. So for housing, I can print a lot. Well, I can only print 3 actually. I just need 2. I can only print 2 because I don't have. Okay, so just leave printing. It will print only 2. That's fine. So let's go weld the thing. I do have a logic here. And I never fixed the cabling here, right? So what I need here is a transformer right here that slowly fills this battery back. And this battery should maintain just for the big surge of power that those antennas take when they are communicating. The medium, not that much, right? But the large one, that one take like a gazillion amount of power. Large. Does it say how much? It doesn't, but that's like 50 or something. Like it's insane. A big number. I mean, at the most, right at the maximum. You don't need to go at the maximum. But anyway, let's get those guys finished. So, got this, this, this. It is a wrench. Somehow you wrench down a piece of plastic. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. And then another... oh crap. Oh, I do have more than... wait, what? Oh, the wrench doesn't require the plastic. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think it's too cheap for this. This should cost more. So you are facing that direction. That's not what I want. Right, so you should be at 45. I hate this on these half-welded frames. You can fall into it and get stuck. Ah, crap. Now I find the exact position so I can get out. Come on. I hate this. Thank you. Just need you, so you should be looking at, can I freaking see 45 degrees? And you need to be, so it's probably 90. Can I click? Please? Can I click? 90, okay. So you would be, so they are all facing the same direction, right? Yeah, they are all facing forward, so you would be, so that's 90. So that will be what, 0, I guess. So 45 at 0. 360, that should be 0, it doesn't matter. Hello? Move? Really, if you turn it on, it doesn't move. You need to swap the thing. That's a bug. So then this 90 0, this will be on 180, I guess. Oh, 180 to 70, right? Yeah. And this will be, so 270, and this one will be 180. This one is gonna be a problem because it's out of reach. No, don't coincide the crap. Oh, that was easy. So you, so 180 and 45. Now they should take like 20 years to get there, but that's fine. They are doing this job. Why are you blinking? Are we good? Yeah, the lighting in the game is terrible. Like, that's not how light works. I mean, even the flashlight has a bigger range, right? So if I'm here on the wall, right, I'm on the same distance, so I can't see the batteries. I press my headlight, then I can see the wind turbine all the way over there. So those lights should be the same or more, no less. But anyway, So I need my two IC10 now. There should be two housings. Perfect. I'm gonna leave those things here. I can combine those. Well, I can't. This is solar panel. So IC housing, large KU, and I'm gonna need a large KU. I'm gonna need the IC10s, which I can't make, or I can make. Yes, I can make one. I need two at least. So I need gold. Of course I need gold. I always need more gold. I leave these here. This is going to make more than two. Yeah. So I need to wait for this one to finish and then let's change this. It's just 50 more, 10, 5, and done. Not too fast. Alright. What next? So next I should so all the antennas should be here. Yes, they are. I have this guy here because why do I have this guy? Building, he buys, he buy the alloys, yeah, if I want to make more money. Another building, and then the orbit or outfitters. So this guy is good for buying ices. I do have a lot of ice. I need more volatiles though, because you use double volatiles. That's why now I have a bunch of this and not one. But I'm not even using fuel anymore. Why am I thinking about this? Yeah, I don't need this. So two chips. I have the two housing, I have the two chips, I have the two memories. I'm gonna need cables. I do have very little cable. I use a gazillion amount of cables, so I need more copper, which I should have a little bit left. I can leave the cable printing here. Yeah, I'm gonna use all my gold, but that's fine. So let's go outside and let's deal with the gold there. I need a transformer. Do I want that thing to charge? So the transformer variant is like 5, is like 5, 10.5 or just 5, 5, 25? This is 25. Great, it doesn't show where it comes from. We should have a link to the kit where you build this, like this. See, kit transformer, and then you kit in the, then you click on the medium, and then it also show, but this one doesn't show. Wait, what? Transform reverse medium. Click here. Yeah, there is no link. There is a lot of things that I need to fix. Transform reverse medium. This one. Click on this. Yeah. Construction option. It goes to the small. What the hell? So I click on this. It go to the small. That's the wrong link. Someone forgot to copy and paste, and the actual page is actually missing. Great. I mean, it's there, right? You can get from here, but then it doesn't have the way back. Probably because they forgot to link it. Anyway, so this is 25. What I want to know is... crap. The other options. So small, medium, no. So it's only 525. In that case, I guess I do a 25 one. Which is gonna require gold, and I don't have the gold to build it. that should give me the cable I need. Great. So, transformer. Yeah, iron and gold. Iron should be easy, right? So just need one. No, one gold. Don't I have one gold? Steel, iron, silicon. Iron, silicon. Yeah. Okay. They never fixed the bug here. Yeah. Later I connect the transformer. It's more for the big antenna that draw like a gazillion amount of power, and that might be unstable for everything else that I have connected on the landing pad. For the medium, it's not that much. 7 megawatts. I still have a ton left. I don't have the big antenna yet. I should let it 21 actually, but I probably don't have gold to make it. Dish. Large. So waspoloi, inconel, astroloi. Ooh, 100. I don't think I have 100. So inconel, waspoloi 40. And what? And astroloi. Oh, I actually have enough to do that. Okay. And you're gonna take 200 years to finish, so feel free to keep reading. Forget this. So I need 2 housing, 2 memory, a bunch of cables, and my laptop. Great. Yeah. Well, I don't have the lights here. I can't complain much. So now they are in the idle state. They're just waiting for something to happen. That's exactly the state I need to look for. So I do have enough space for the memory, but I don't have enough space. I need 2 chips and 2 memories. Yeah, I do have enough space for everything. So I pop cube out. I'm feeling these in a nice snail pace. Only 19 kPa so far. So these only fill up 5 kPa because the initial 10 I push just gas, and then I use the other 5 with the liquid nitrogen I had. And then, well, the initial gas cooled down, so it took less space, right? So it shrunk even more. Anyway, it's because I have the settings like too high temperature, like too low temperature. So this thing is barely running. So since we are below 140, the cooling line is probably overheating because of the gigantic buffer tank that I made. This is never running. I guess I turned off my buffer tank until this finish, because this is basically 2 buffers now. This one that needs to fill and cool out, and that one that's also filling and need to cool down. They are racing each other. Yeah, that will take 200 years to finish. Regardless, that's not the goal for today. You can be there. Oh, I have some extra materials here. Yeah, that's fine. So how is this going to be? Guess I have one here and one here. I'm gonna call you. They have specific names, right? So it's seed something. So this will be called seed. No, it's just one. Oh no, I'm gonna want to request the fruits. Yeah. So seed requester, and that will be plant requester, and the memory will be a generic memory. I do know that this cable is not actually connected. I need a green cable. If I take this green cable, everything's gonna break. If If I'm fast enough, it won't break. If I'm fast enough, which apparently I'm not. Okay, thank you. Now, you probably don't have the connection here, so I'm gonna do this. And you probably don't have the connection here either. Just to make sure this is actually connected. Okay, now that everything is connected. Let's keep this cable here. Let's put you here and you here. So if this is called seed requester, this is, oh, I already named this, never mind. So this is the seed external job, that's it. And that will receive the number of the job itself. So this one knows what it is, and this one doesn't care which job it is, just check if this is not 0. Same here. So this is seed, and this will be plant external job. So we're gonna need the IDs on this crap. Let's go. So 788830. That's easy. 7883. So this is the seed main storage import. So where is the idling? Where is the start actually? Jump to start. Okay, that's the waiting for item. This is the check. So this is where I go out. I guess I checked before. So load device into where is 0 from 788883 setting. This is already one line. I have a little more. Well, that's all I need, right? That will be then. Now I need to set the mode. Branch if it's greater than 0. I could just branch if it's greater than 0, right? In that case, I don't even need to check this current mode. The current mode we're gonna steal a 0 till the memory got clean. Instead of cleaning the DB, I clean the memory. Yeah, I'm gonna keep like this. If there is anything there, just go back to our A, which will keep this in waiting. I'm gonna check this. If it's 0, then I'm gonna do, yeah, that is the simplest thing I can do. Now I need to wait for this guy to finish doing their job. It is stacking the seed. Yeah, it's stacking the seed. And should take it out, and that should be all. Unless there's more seeds here. I can export right now. So it's open, there's nothing here, so I can export. So it's waiting. This memory never changed. I can. So now we should never leave this, even if there is a seed there. So if I take up this seed here and put here, that's not what's supposed to happen. We're gonna take you, we're gonna place you back there. See, the external job is... Oh, I put greater than 0. I put negative. Yeah, I see what I need different than 0. Ideally, it would never be below 0, but just to be sure, right? Branch, if it's not equal to 0. Yeah, that's perfect. Export. So now I grab this seed again, put there. Voila, it's not doing anything. And then when it's go back to 0, then it's able to do its work. Okay, it's perfect. Now it will try to grab a seed that doesn't exist. That's fine. I'm gonna drop a seed that doesn't exist. Is also fine. Then this one, I'm gonna stack a seed that doesn't exist. And finally, I'm gonna drop it and then you're gonna store it back there. So I need to do the same change on this guy here. So this will be the freezer controller. Freezer main storage. Import. So I need to load from the memory. That I need to get the ID, right? So that's the weight. So load device for 0 from whatever hash that is. Setting. Range is not equal to 0 or 0. Just go back to our A. Now the ID should be very similar to the other one. 78 AAD4. 78 AAD4. 78 AAD4. Now you're not doing anything, or you are. Something just arrived. I'm gonna just store it. Can export. I need to wait to... There's nothing there. You are waiting. Thank you. So just make sure. Let's test this. So I put this negative. And I grab something. Let's grab this motion here. And you don't do anything. Perfect. That is exactly what should be happening. So I need to monitor. I can't just read the memory right away. I'm gonna read the memory, but I need to wait the chip to acknowledge, right? So it's the middle of the job, right? So this is state is 2. So I need this to be on state 0. And have something on this. So this chip will be looking at those 2. Yes. So can be back to 0. So you should then resume work. Yes, perfect. This is working. Yeah, I have all the seeds now. I mean, all the seeds that I could have. And I need to fix this sorting, but that's exactly why we're here now. So I want to have a button somewhere that will reset. So it could be right on top here. One here and one here. This resets the seeds and this resets the thing here. Okay, so now I need to go to the seed requester. Let's go for the seed first. So seed requester. So seed requester, that should be empty. So you're going to need, I'm gonna do as a devices alias main controller 0 and then alias reset button pt1. So we keep monitoring for the requests on the button. Once the button has something, now we keep monitor from the main controller to go to 0. And then we start our job. Okay. So start, yield, start. So we have the normal load into our 0. Let's create an alias mode R15. That's the basic thing I always do. So load into mode from the B setting, and then will be jump AL, jump equal AL, it's not jump, it's branch, branch equal AL mode 2. We're not gonna define 1 0 0 0 is crap. 0, go to wait for command. Right, I don't need to explain this because this is self-explanatory enough, right? So wait for command. Jump array. Now, what this is going to do, this is going to monitor the button. Save into our 0 from reset button. For now it's just the button, right? So but when I get more instructions like get the seed or whatever, it will do something more. I call this seed requester. Yeah, okay. Event requester. Activate? No, it's setting. Yeah, setting. And then that will be, so since I want to have more comments, I need to jump down. Not RA. So branch is equal to 0. R0, just go to continue command 1 because I might have more continues that will skip this line. I'm gonna call skip command 1. So then you're gonna have the skip. Now continue is better. Continue command 1. Yes, I could use a branch relative, but I don't like it. So these will continue whatever other tests I'm looking for. For now I'm only looking for the reset. So if the reset button is pressed, this means I'm gonna save into memory the mode waiting for the other chip to finish. So that will be save into the B mode 1, which is waiting for the main chip to yeah, don't need to continue to finish his job. I'm gonna save into the memory, which I don't have, alias, so mode, memory mode, D2. Just a second. Ah, crap, annoying spam call. So the problem is people call me back by saying, hey, you call me, and I never call it. So I called the operator, and then they said that there's nothing I can do because they're spoofing my number. So the actual number is something else, right? But whatever the people see is my number. So they keep calling me and say, hey, you call me. I know I never call you. It's painful. What was I doing? Did I start recording? Yes. So I was doing the memory stuff, right? So I need to save the memory. I'm gonna save the memory. The same thing, right? Setting. So now this will change this mode to waiting, and then also gonna change the memory to 1, so the other chip actually stops. And that's why I don't like branch relative, because if I was using only one command, that would be like branch relative jump relative. I don't even remember the syntax. It's just R, right? So it will be branch, so jump relative, and then 2, right? It's same as doing 2 lines down. But then I remember, oh, I need the memory. And then I place the memory here. Now this is wrong. And it's very easy to miss this. That's why I don't like it. Okay, so have this and have this. So now it's waiting. So it won't enter this anymore. So now we make another one. So when it's 1, we are waiting for the main chip. So this is going to load into 0 from the main controller setting, and I'm gonna branch if it's not equal to 0 or 0 or A, right? Keep waiting. And when we finally get to our 0, that will be the actual mode. Alright, so no, I need to set whatever mode I want it to be. I can't set 1 because 1 is the mode, right? In this case, I want the mode to be 2, which is reset locker count. Yes. So wait for this to get, so when it's finally 0, then I load into 0 from the memory mode, whatever mode I need, because then I can reuse this for whatever mode. Yes, perfect. But this is waiting for a command, and then I specifically set these to 2, yes, because if this is not true, then in the continue I can just read the memory. Yeah, okay, so, or whatever I need. Yeah, never mind. So wait for main chip will be generic. So I load the setting from the memory, right, and then I'm gonna save to the B setting whatever mode was in the memory. So that can start to be confusing very fast if I don't be careful. So that will then go to reset locker memory. Locker memory? Locker count is better. Reset locker state, that's better. So what a reset locker state will be? The reset locker will mainly go over all the lockers and check the index from the bottom to the top. So it should be pretty simple, right? It should look at this locker here, at this slot, so okay, it's empty. go to this one, it has something, how many, and that's it. And now I have the index, and I update this guy here memory to reflect that. So in this scenario here where things is messed up, right, so I'm gonna do this. So now it thinks this one is 3, this one has 4, but it's actually wrong, right? So it will go down here, okay, everything is empty, this guy has 4, update that next. So that's what it should do. I'm not gonna make this actually automatically sort this, because it's gonna take eternity and I'm gonna need to go one by one. It's gonna be forever, so I manually fix this. It's 5, right? Yes. So you get here, you get there. You get the gist, right? I think. Yeah, those are correct. Those are incorrect because I have to stop this in the middle of the process, which makes the thing get lost in the counting. Perfect. I shouldn't be organizing this now, because until I finish, I'm gonna keep making a mess. And I can't just say at each wait, otherwise this is gonna back up again. I guess I could do some more weaving with the chutes here, just to increase the buffer. Because this comes from the sorter and goes straight here, right? That's quite small buffer. I shouldn't need to worry about this. Yeah, not gonna make a mess again. Anyways, let's go back to coding. So I'm gonna need the Larre. Should I do this? I already have this, right? So I just need the Larre and the cargo Larre only. In wait state, this guy is always here, so I don't need to worry about it. I do need to remember how the heck is my stack made of. So if I look at the freezer here, they have the same structure. I don't quite remember how the heck this is made up. I think the locker have 2. Am I using 2 or 3 memory? Stack index is starts on 0 and locker index on -1. Yes, because it's going backwards on the station. That's fine. So this is fixed to 20. Okay, so I can hard code that as well. And I'm increasing by 3. Okay, 3. First is the hash. Slot position is the last one. And what do I have here? The quantity. Okay. So it's hash, quantity, and slot position. Hash, quantity, and slot position. Hash, quantity, and slot position. So this is hash, quantity, just for me to not forget, slot index, right? And also the locker station goes negative, gone negative, -1, -2, 2, -20. Right. So what I want to do is loop through all the lockers. And let's go backwards.
Hunger caution.
So let's first do this. Right, since I'm gonna have to use sub loops, I'm going to push RA, and then down here I pop RA, jump to RA. Great, so we're gonna have this jump AL. I don't need to jump, I can do the loop here, yes. So we're gonna call this like loop lockers. So I need some memories here, right? So alias, I can reuse the memory in a different job, so I don't need to worry. Like if I rename this 15, that will be fine because I'm not using mode anymore. For now, let's see. So I need the locker station. Then I'm gonna need alias locker is lot index. That's what I need, right? So I need to move into the locker station -20, which is the start position, and then I need to move into the locker is lot index 14, right? Because it's 0 to 14, which is 15. So then we save into the cargo Larre setting locker station. Then I'm gonna need to wait for Larre to get there. Once it's there, I need to loop through the inventories, which I'm not gonna write right now. So loop through the inventories. Once we finish looping through the inventories, then I'm gonna add into the locker station 1, right? So we're gonna 19 here, and we're gonna reset this back to 14. So this could actually be, no, I can't put this downwards. I mean, I could put one more loop here, but then I'm gonna have one extra line anyway, so let's just reset it to 14 here. Now, so it's first doing and then incrementing. So this means we're gonna do the station 1, and then this is gonna go to 0, -1 and then 0. So safe is equal to 0. When we get to 0, means we are done. So that will branch if is not equal to 0. Until we get to 0, yeah, that will be until. Into the station, you go back to the loop lockers. Is that it? So this will add one, so -20, then 1918, blah blah blah, -1. We do the -1. Then this will be set to 0, and gonna 0 is not equal to 0, so it's gonna come down here. Just make sure this station is -1, right? Yes. Okay, that's perfect. Same as this. Yes. That should be all. Well, I'm missing out the rest of the comments, but the main logic is this. So now I need to loop through the freaking locker itself, which should be the same thing, right? So that will be load a slot into our 0 from the cargo Larre, the slot 255. I check the quantity. I need to set the slot on the Larre, right? Yes. So save into cargo Larre, target slot index, if I remember correctly, be the locker index. Yes. So you need to set whatever you are looking for first. So this should be the loop locker slots. So set the locker index,
Hydration critical.
read the quantity, and now if it's 0, go to the next. If it's not 0, I need to do the updates. So I need to have continue slot loop, which will do the increments, right? So what do I need to do here? So I need to get the locker slot index, so that will be a sub into this guy 1, and I keep subbing, so I'm using first, right? So 0 is a valid number, different from the station, because the station 0 is not a valid number, because station 0 is the home station. What I can do here, once we are done, is send the Larre to the home station, and we finish. I don't need to wait for the Larre, because if we receive any new commands, you're gonna keep waiting anyway, so that's fine. So sub, and then branch if it's less than 0 into from locker index, right? So if we go -1, then we run out. Less than, no, that's not what I want. I can't use greater than 0. I will
Hunger critical.
need to use greater than and -1. Okay, so I'm just saving one extra. It's not even a line, it's just a parameter. So branch, if it's not equal locker -1, you go back to loop. Run the 0, then this is gonna go to -1. So well, now we are -1. So continue. So then we do this. I'm gonna reset the locker index. So this will work right away. Okay, perfect. Now I need the actual thing, right? So if so this will be branch. If it's equal to 0, there is nothing there. From our 0, go to the continue. This will be the update logic. Now this part here is where the whole thing's. So I need to do the push this updates. I need to keep track of the index. I'm going backwards. I think I regret going backwards. Maybe I should go forwards. That make my index, because I need the memory index on the other chip. I could calculate it, but that would be harder. If I just keep incrementing, that it's much easier. Well, I can't just decrement it, right? But then I need to calculate the max. Yeah, that's annoying. Let's just do it forwards then. So locker station will be -1, which means we're going to sub 1, and then our condition here will be branch if we're equal to minus 21, because 20 is the last. Oh boy. And I'm taking damage. I can export this, the seed requester, because this guy is not being used. Let's also, since I'm here, turn off the buffer so it fill up a little faster. So you are idling, great. Off. Now I need to make sure I start the memory in the correct position. I don't remember if the first memory slots.
Hunger caution.
I have something else there. So, but that's fine, right? So I just need to make sure the start counting number is the same as I have on the main chip. Okay. Right. So import great. So I'm going from one to the last one. No, that's the wrong one. This one.
Storm incoming.
I'm sub 1 from the locker station. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Of course there's a storm coming. There's always a storm coming. Right. I did update this. Okay. Minus 21. Wait, what? Branch if it's equal to minus 21? That's the wrong thing. Branch not equal, yeah, that should be the same. Branch not equal. While we are not on the minus 21, keep going. Yes. Right. So now we are going from the beginning. So assuming we start at 0, and if we don't start at 0, that's fine. I just need to find the initial increment. So when we change the locker, so let's put here alias lock the B memory index, and of course the syntax highlight is annoying. Yeah. Well, it's not the B. Let's put main controller index. So the locker station is -1, the locker slot index is 14, the main controller index will be 0, and then later I just put whatever number it is, if it's not 0. So now, here, which means I found something. The only thing I need to do is, I am not gonna touch the hash. I just need to update the quantity and the slot index. That's it. Alright, so to get the quantity will be whatever this is plus 1. So I have the quantity here. I need to remember, if the quantity is at the maximum, the slot should be the next and the quantity should be 0. this into account as well, which means I need to load. Just a second again. Right, more calls. It's annoying because I lost track of where I was. I was in the middle here, right? So we're gonna increase the stack index by 1 with the quantity, and then the slot index by 2. But I do need to handle the max stack, right? That's where I stop it. So that will be max quantity on R1. So there is a lot of logic to be done, right? So if it's the max storage, I just put 0 the quantity, and then the slot index go +1. And I need to check if I'm jumping out on the trash there. I don't remember how I did it jumping out. Pretty sure I just check if the slot is greater than 14. If that's the case, that's it. That's all I need to do. If that's not the case, then I need to sync this. But let's go with this. So if it's equal to 0 in the quantity, that's fine. Now, if it's equal, right? So R0 is equal to R1. If it's not equal, no, and I want to branch if they are equal, because I need a different handling now. Holy crap, that's a pain. So let's just handle if they are equal. If they are not equal, just go down, right? So that will be handle if they are not equal, means I'm gonna skip some lines, go somewhere, get the name later. Okay, so if I'm here, means I'm on the max quantity. So that I will need to do is save. It's not save, it will be put into the main controller in the address, the slot index, which I don't have. No, that's not 15. Will be slot index +1. Locker slot, and I can use the locker slot index because these will get resetted. And then I just go to this code here, right? So some value, and then I jump to this line. And here I'm going to have go somewhere with more code. Okay, so if it is equal, it's gonna run this code and gonna jump whatever is here. If it's not equal, we're gonna skip this and gonna run this. Perfect. And this is gonna always run at the end. Okay, so first I need to get my locker index slot here. So if I'm on the max, that will be an add this guy +1. Then I'm going to update it here. Now I need the proper index. So for the index is whatever controller index +2, right? So I don't need R0 or R1. I just need this. Okay, so I can just do this. Add into R0 from the main controller index to slot X. And that's where I'm going to add this. Should I update the quantity? No, the quantity stays. Doesn't matter the quantity once this passes. Yeah, so I should check this slot first. And I need to just check the other chip, what I'm doing first, if I'm reading the quantity first or the slot first. Whatever. So okay, this handles when the quantity is equal. So now when the quantity is not equal, so what I need to do is just update quantity, right? So update slot quantity. All this update slot quantity. So what I need to do is I need to put into the locker index the exact same thing but without the add, right? So I need this, and then I need this. The locker index is the locker index, and then I'm going to change this for 1, which is then quantity, right? Yes, quantity. And main controller index, and then I need to put into the main controller on this index whatever quantity I read. Oh, I lost the quantity on I0 here. Yeah, because I don't need the quantity for this case here, but I do need the quantity here. So I can use R1 because I don't need the max quantity. Okay, so R1, and then R1, R0. Yes, on this case I don't need any of things I read, right? Yes, I just need to set the index to whatever it was, +1. Perfect. This one I'm gonna keep R0, and I lose R1, but I don't care about R1. Perfect. So this is the main controller index +2 gets the index. On the index we put the index, and then we do again main controller +1, which is quantity. On the quantity we put the quantity. Perfect. And then we continue with the loop. Now there is one thing that I'm not checking. So when we reach -1, means the locker is empty, but it will never run anything. So if it's on the index 5, let's say, and I for some reason empty the locker, it will stay as is because it's not doing anything. Also, I need to break out of the loop actually without doing any changes. No, I need to break out the loop in a way that I know, okay, I did my changes. In this case, I'm breaking out of the loop, but I didn't do any changes. So that's the difference, right? So this guy and this guy, in both situations, I need to break out and just continue, which will be just coming over this line here, right? So slot index dated so here, I don't jump to continue. I do need to jump to continue. No, I don't need to jump to continue because that's, yeah, I need to skip it, right? So go here, yeah. Don't go crazy. So I go here. Slot index was updated, right? So just go here, which go to the next locker. Same here. Go to the next locker. Now before this, instead of doing this jump here, I'm gonna do a different jump. So I'm gonna have this check and then another check. So branch, if it's not equal to -1, go back to the beginning. Perfect. When we finally pass this, it will not go here. It will do the check. But then I'm changing the locker. Crap, I need to keep track of did I made any change, yes or no, before changing the locker index. Annoying. Really annoying. So instead of doing a jump, just gonna control a variable. Yeah, so let's get rid of this. Keep this here just so I can easily see this. So instead of doing a jump, I'm just gonna control a variable, so which means the beginning of the loop I need to reset the variable, so move into updated 0. Right, so now I need updated alias updated R12 R11. So this means not updated, so this guy will then say, hey, we did get updated. This guy will also say, hey, we did get updated. So continue to slot, this is here, jump the entire thing, update slot quantity is this, go here. So now this needs to dump to here. That's already taking a lot of lines. I definitely can't make the requester on the same Larre. Oh, that would be annoying. Gosh. Okay, let's continue. Don't go distracted. So now I know if I was updated or not. So when we finally hit here, then we say branch, if it's greater than 0, updated to increment the slot index. So next is slot index. I'm gonna call this next slot index. Now here means we did not update. So if we did not update, we do need to do this thing here, which is put at the slot index 0 and the quantity 0. Now I'm doing this 3 freaking times. If I just move the values to a memory and use this memory, that will be a whole lot easier, no? Right, so I just have like an update locker a slot index and then I jump back, and then I have these guys here. Yeah. So it'll be this. With this. And then this. With this. Now I would say then quantity to update, and no, that's not quantity, that's index to update, and then quantity to update. So in this case I can use R0, and then R0 again. That's the wrong thing I'm doing. R0, quantity is here, index is here, to 1. Perfect. So now I just need those memories, which can be any other memory. That alias one. So mode, station, locker, index, main controller, all this I need. Usually this is specifically for the... Alright, so this is reset, and so I can reuse those memories. Right, so now I just need to jump to this guy and update those variables, index to update and quantity to update. So let's go back here, and I move updated to 1 as well. So over here I'm going to... so this is the locker. And what am I doing? This guy just changing the locker index. The quantity doesn't matter. Oh, I can just put any number on the quantity. Right, so we're gonna do jump AL to this guy. Yes. So locker index, what I need to do is to move to log index to update this. I don't need a locker. Locker index plus 1. Yes. And I can also move into quantity to update. I can be anything, can be 0, whatever. So this is much simpler. Now this is the same thing. I need to do this jump here. I don't need this anymore. So this is the quantity, right? So I need to move. We'll get there 0. And don't need this. And the locker index, so that will be move into index to update this. I don't need this anymore. So that saved me some lines, and then I can save more lines here. this will update it to 1, but that doesn't matter, it's at the end of the loop. Right, so I just move into the slot index will be 0, and I move index quantity. Let's keep pattern. So index, I've lost track of where I was. Here. No. Yes, here. No. Here. Quantity. And then we jaw into there. Where's the check for the updated? Here. Holy crap. So branch is greater than 0. If the updated is already 1, go to here. Perfect. If the update is not 1, so 0 both, and jump here. This will change the updated, but doesn't matter because we already passed this. And then this guy will go back. Perfect. Well, that should be all. Really. So, and let's update. So I need a cargo Larre, and I need a wait for Larre. Right, so wait for Larre. Simple. It's just yield, then load integer 0 from cargo Larre idle. So jump equal to 0, branch equal to 0. 0 because idle 0 means not idle, right? Go back to 8. Then load integer 0 from cargo Larre error. Then error is backwards, so I know error 1's been error 0. Yeah, branch if it's greater than 0. And finally one more, load into cargo Larre, which should be the first, right? Yes, so let me copy this here and this here. So I have idle twice. Now I change this to on. So branch equal to 0. So if it's off, equal to 0, right? Just keep waiting. If it has a error 1, right? Keep waiting. If the idle is 0, which means not idle, keep waiting and then go back. So that's the wait for Larre. So cover all the states. Don't need to check for the hand because that's already being fixes in the code. So now I actually need the Larre. 0 to 1 to 2, there's nothing preventing from doing alias cargo Larre D3, and that's it. That should reset the positioning of everything. I need to put the memory back as hey, we are done. Okay, so when the job is done, I jump to our A. So this is the end of the job, right? So and I'm gonna end up that this ship gonna only do this job because I don't have more blinds to do more jobs. In that case, I don't need the mold. Doesn't matter.
Caution.
I do need the mode. I have 3 different modes already. Okay, never mind. So I need to set this to 0 and I need to set the memory to 0 as well. Right, so at the end here, I'm gonna need to save to DB, setting 0, save to memory node, setting 0. That should reset everything and allow the chip to go back to work. To test this, I need a button. Oh, the big satellite dish is here. Switch. Of course I don't have enough gold for a switch. Why would I have enough gold for a switch? And I'm pretty sure I run out of gold entirely. Like literally no more gold, right? Yep. Well, that's not great. I was hoping I can finish this. Do I have a switch here? What's the odds of having a switch here? 0. That's IO almost. I have those are display. I guess I don't need those anymore because I have all the 4 antennas and I don't plan to move the antennas. So you guys are being decommissioned for the greater good. Thank you for the service. Now I have a switch. I'm gonna need 2 anyways. Let's drink, eat, and let's go there. I want to finish this on this episode. So it's around 1 hour and 10 now, if I'm not missing the count. Well, 2 things can happen. 1, it works and that's it. We can end it at 1:15. 2, it doesn't work and then I spend 1 more hour trying to figure out why it's not working. I have a suspicion that will be true. Maybe. Oh, I never play. I was going to say, why is this dark? I never connect the cables. Yeah. Yep. So everyone is just waiting. So we'll just place you here. Yeah, I can click you. It's fine. Minus 20 kPa. We are raising 1 kPa every 2 hours maybe. It should start raising faster as we gain pressure, as it takes more gas to heat up, but again, it's just too big and I set too low values for the cooling. It will be 10 times faster if I set this to minus 50 or minus 30. I don't know what it is worst, having lower pressure with very low temperature. This is messed up. Oh, I see what happened. So it spoils. The moment it spoils, it drops everything that's not spoiled. Yeah, that's why I need to reset this. Everything is spoiling now. Beautiful. Get out of the way, thank you. So let's call this reset seed seed locker update. Let's call it seed recount. Plant recount. So the thing you should be doing is, how are you having an error in the line 20 if there is nothing on you and I never turn you on? Seed requester. I'm gonna import from that. Should have all my code here. Yes, it has. So main controller is D0, which is this guy here. Seed main storage. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. Yeah, that's going to be a pain. All the grow lights. I'm regretting so much not having separated the things. Seed chute, seed exporter, seed external, seed importer, seed locker is lot, seed main storage ship. Seed main storage ship, yeah, that's the one. So that's R0. The 0. The 1 is the reset button, which is this guy, which is called seed recounter. I'll go backwards. Going to be faster. Seed trash, seed. It's not sorted by alphabetical, even though it seems to be alphabetical. Seed recounter. Memory mode. Seed external job. Dang it. Why you need to be so annoying? Seed external job. And finally cargo Larre on D4, on D3. So the cargo Larre is this one here, which is named Seed Larre Cargo. Freezer, freezer, freezer. Seed Larre cargo dock, yes. How can you have an error in line 20 if I hadn't even placed you there? Line 20 is what? That makes no sense whatsoever. So import from seed requester. So we're gonna export, just make sure. Turn you on. Line 20. Oh, let's jump to start. Interesting, that was showing the error before I even run it. Can I even have a basic code working? 23. Save into save. What the heck is save? Load. Come on. So if I now this is sorted, this is not sorted because reasons. Can you get out of the way? So you were sorting the tomatoes. You were not sorted as well. You were fine, you were not sorted. So we're doing the tomatoes. Tomatoes is fine. So we're gonna request and you're gonna crash. Holy crap, I can do a very simple code. 25. Wait, what? It can't save into the memory? 25, save in DB mode. It's not mode, it's setting. Why I have to be so dumb? DB setting. DB setting. Export. And now I'm going to request for you again. You should change to 2. You should still do your job. You should be waiting. You are doing tomato seeds. So you should finish the job first. And then go to all the slots. So it's doing a stacking, right? I'm gonna put it back there and I'm gonna start. There is a leftover. I think before the leftover we're gonna do the counting. I don't know now. It doesn't matter. It's actually not doing anything. It is on 0, which means waiting. Okay, so this is reading for the memory. You were on 2. You should be going. Nothing is happening. This is blinking like crazy, which means I'm changing all the memory. But this guy is not doing anything, probably because I got stuck in the loop. Sir, you are on 2, which is what you should be. Reset locker state. So you probably stuck on something. Now I need to find where the heck you were stuck on. Probably mess up the jumping. Yeah, it's never moving. Means it's stuck on the first one. Well, let's start debugging. How the heck am I gonna debugging? I'm gonna use the memory to debug, yeah. Because it's already on the correct mode. It's gonna jump straight to here. Right, so let's debug this crap. Right, so that's no way for it to get here. It needs to be one of the loops. Right. So let's say save into the memory mode setting 99. Well, let's put 100. So let's put 200. If I'm waiting on the Larre, let's put 300 just to have an idea where the heck we are. $200, of course, the most gigantic one. So we are somewhere here. So locker slot index, so update 0, we do this, so let's put a yield here so things move slower. I could do save to memory mode setting R5. I don't think I'm using R5 anywhere, right? So then I can do some stuff like move into R5 0, and then I would, so this can't fail, right? So it has to be from here down. So I'm going to add into R5 1. Gonna add more 1, and based on the counting we might know where the heck this is. Yeah, not quite. So let's not do that. Instead, let's just use R5. So move R5 0, so I make sure it's zeroed out, right? So here will be 10. Here will be 20. Let's just do this for now. 20 and crash. So the other Larry decides to run for some reason. Somehow this got reset to 0. So 20 means we are here. Update slot quantity. This should be fine, right? So I push RA, so I can definitely do this. Jump AL. Yes, I can definitely do this. And I have the waiting here. $53 is load slot inquiry 0 from cargo Larry 25. Yeah, this is gonna give an error if it's not in a proper position. Ooh, I never moved the Larry. I'm dumb. Locker station, right? So the end is here. Locker station -1. But how? Okay, so I never moved the Larry, but that it should have it should have stop it. Why it never stopped? That's the question. Right, so we start with no loop lockers. Where am I jumping? Loop lockers. Branch if it's not equal to -21. Go to loop lockers. You go to loop lockers, which save the settings, yes, and then wait for it to get there. So it never changed the setting, never got there. it is currently just sitting here doing nothing because this guy has some number and this guy is waiting for this to be 0. That's perfect. My entire thing gonna be jamming if I don't do this fast enough. Why it has to be so freaking hard? So my memory is at 10, right? Which is this. So it's entered on update quantity, which is fine. Let's see. It should be on the update quantity. That's perfect. So it entered on the update quantity. Let's remove this from here. It add the locker index +1 and then move index to update here. And the quantity will be then 0. Wait, what? That's wrong. It shouldn't be in 10. Quantity. Branch if it's not equal, right? If the quantity is not equal to the max quantity, which is the case. I inverted the thing here. Yes, I think I inverted the things here. Branch if it's not equal. Quantity is not equal to the max quantity. This means the index is index +1 and the quantity is the quantity. I invert the naming of everything. So branch if it's not equal. No. Read this correctly. Quantity, max quantity, when they are different. So I'm gonna only enter here when they're equal. If they are equal, I'm going to add 1 in the index, and the quantity will be 0. Yes, that's correct. So this go to continue slot loop. So continue slot loop. It's this guy, which will then check the updated, which will be true. And then I'm gonna come here. Locker index. Oh, I'm changing the locker index here. That's not great. No. Continue. Next slot index. I'm changing the index. Oh, that's a problem, right? Yes, that's a problem. Change the index and then I change the index again. I can't do that. That might explain why it's never, because I'm adding 1 and I'm subtracting 1. Oh my goodness, I'm dumb as hell. So on R0 I save the index and then that's the index I'm gonna update. Down here I just move this and the quantity will be whatever is in the quantity. I can lose the quantity here, that's no problem. Is that all? I think that's all. Well, you are flashing on line 53, okay, because there is nothing here. So if I export you, crap, now it's bugged as hell. This is 1, this is 0, this is 2. Now we have a Larry competing with the other Larry. Switchgrass and tomato. No. What the heck is happening here? Why is this being set to 0? when I export this. So the main loop loads the DB setting mode, and then we do this. Right, the only place where I set the memory to 0 is in here, which should not be getting triggered when I click export. Holy annoyance. Where's the Larry? What the? Oh, it's here. Now I need to wait for all this crap to finish. So seed requester is in mode 2. Alright, so I'm gonna have to freaking reset you to mode 0 again. So you don't interfere. Now you're a 0, you're a 0, you're a 0, everyone is 0, everyone's happy. Now on the memory thing here, I'm gonna do one very simple thing. Name this A, you're gonna see this setting. This is loading setting. So I'm saving 2, I'm loading the setting, I'm saving R5. Oh, that's what I'm zeroing out. Because of this. Yes, that was a mistake. So, okay, so I don't need this, let's say. And I can remove this yield from here. Nope, I don't want to do this. I do want to have the memory back. Right. And I don't need the freaking this anymore, I hope. Oh, crap. Watermelons. 10 watermelons. The full stack. And then you should just store the rest, yes. So which means I can just drop you there. And you'll be waiting, but before that I'm gonna click this. This is 1, this is 2, now this should stop after storing this watermelon. Just gonna have to bear with me for a second. Yeah, I need to fix this ASAP. Okay, so we stored the watermelon, great. Now we're gonna fix the quantities, so let's see if I didn't mess up anything. This is 5, this is 6, so this should be like this. Okay, I think it should be working. I mean, I say that, but there is no way for me to see in the memory. This is going one by one. Well, I update this wrongly, but okay. Well, I'm gonna figure out when it stores this tomato seed. So this is 4 tomatoes, and the tomato is there. So you should just place here, not do anything else. So it's done, this changed to 0, this now is 1. So okay, it did what it's supposed to be doing. Just store tomatoes means just grab it and place there. That's the simple operation I can get, and then I need to see if it's actually stacking correctly. So I need some seeds. If there is nothing in the backlog, I just grab one from here. I think it's working. I'm gonna find out right now. I need a boost on this thing, like Larre V3 that moves a little faster than this. And time of truth, moment of truth. It plays in a complete random position. That makes no sense whatsoever. Why? 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 Why you do this to me? So let's see what it's gonna do with the blueberries that has only one thing. It's not even full. It is full. While all this is happening, what am I doing from the trash? How do I check if it's time to trash? So throw away excess is throw away, waiting for the item. So check the sport bin, empty quantity. Read the item hash. Oh, this is finding. Continue. Locker slot position. If it's greater than 14, just go to Roy. Okay, perfect. Where did you store the blueberry? So you did store the blueberry in the correct position. And you are now going to store the strawberry. Why there is only seeds that are insanely far? It should be like seeds that are close. That's 5, that's 10. Yeah, so it's working. So why the heck did the tomato got complete random position? More tomatoes. So it's gonna try to stack the tomato on this 6th position. It doesn't have anything in hand. What the heck are you doing? Dry seed. I don't understand what's happening. Maybe I just misread it. Right, so if I request accounting, so this should be 2, this should be 1, this should still doing this job. Yeah, the tomato place here. Update this pumpkin here. There's a hole here. Right, so let's see what the heck's gonna do with the soybean. So the soybean is here. It is just a stack, but it's not going to just stack, because this is not just stack, just store it. Yeah, so it is not updating correctly. So if it is on stacking mode, it means it has the wrong quantity, and then try to grab the item from an index that doesn't exist, right? So from the index, I can't read the index really. So this show me that this is updating incorrectly. It's updating, but it's updating incorrectly. So now it's confused because it's trying to stack. There's nothing to stack. And it's doing this weird thing. So let's see where it's trying to put it. Here, which is skipping this. Yeah. So there is definitely a problem when the thing is full. And things like when the thing is not full, like the sugarcane here, it does work.
Hydration critical.
So just see if the sugarcane goes correctly. At least I know what to look for. Yep. Yep. So that's the problem. Okay. The next one, I try to sort out why the heck the full thing is not working. Probably because I'm assuming the main chip is doing something and it's not doing what I think it was doing. And then I'm going forward twice. But then the quantity should still be correct. Great. Again, one more episode. Insanely longer than 1 hour. But this kind of stuff, like hard to... If I just stop and start on the next one, I'm gonna forget even more what I was doing. At least now it's a very specific state. Much easier to remember. How do I need to build this gigantic thing? Ten steel sheets, 20, 10 cable and 10 plastic. Okay, so next one I build this. I'm gonna print stuff in between. I need the transformer, I need to get gold, yeah. For now, I will beat Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.